Age of Zalgo is coming, and I'm worried. Hello, I'm Harry Fleet TV. Remember, you don't have to. And this isn't going to be too long of a video. This is going to be a very quick video just talking about my thoughts on Zomb Leader Studios' Age of Zalgo and my main concerns for it. So, for those of you who don't know, Zomb Leader Studios is a YouTube channel that makes short indie horror films, and were most notable for making creepypasta films back in the day. They originally made those films from 2015 to 2019, and unfortunately they deleted all of their videos when they thought copper was going to affect their channel. But in early 2020, they came back and remastered all their creepypasta films, and this Halloween, the Age of Zalgo remaster is coming out, and this both excites me and worries me at the same time, and I'm going to explain why. By the way, I'm going to give a spoiler warning for those who haven't seen the original Age of Zalgo and would like to watch the film for themselves. So if you don't want to get spoiled, go, well, I don't want to say go and watch Age of Zalgo, okay? It's not out yet, but click off this video, watch Age of Zalgo when it comes out, and then come back here. But for those of you who've seen it, in the original cut of Age of Zalgo, Zalgo pretty much merges Earth with the Void, and brings back a load of past characters from the original, from like the previous 8 creepypasta films, and this was setting up the endgame of creepypasta Zomb Leader himself put back in the game. So I remember back in 2018 and 2019, Sean Norris, the leader, I guess the main guy running Zomb Leader Studios, hyped up everyone saying that, you know, the creepypasta zombiverse was gonna lead up to the end game of creepypasta, and and the series was gonna end with an epilogue. That was 5 years ago, and Sean Norris has recently come out and said he's not doing Zalgo Paradox, Scarecrow, or Jeffrey anymore, which were going to be his last 3 Zombiverse films. Now, I just want to preface by saying that I understand why Sean doesn't want to do the films anymore. He's grown up, he's moved on, he doesn't want to make, you know, creepypasta content anymore, and that's perfectly understandable. I myself have stopped writing like creepypasta fanfictions on my Wattpad, and instead have come out with, you know, original stories, and I've even published my own book on Amazon. But the main issue I have is that Age of Zalgo left us with a lot of, like, setup. Like, it left us with a lot of setup for the next, possibly 3 films. You know, you had Ben Drowned, you had, like, the cults that would, help resurrect Zalgo or whatever, or, you know, help with its dastardly plan. Then again, it's been a long time since I've watched the original Age of Zalgo, so my memory's a bit foggy on it, but there was a lot of, like, setup, you know, sequel baits and setups for the future for the zombiverse, like the SCP Foundation being involved with the beacon that Slenderman set up in Into the Void. You had Scarecrow being pregnant with Zalgo and Kid. Like, there was a lot of setup, and now it's all gonna go down the drain. And I wouldn't usually have a huge problem with this if Age of Zalgo was more of a finale type story. Now, I get it. I get that Sean Norris has been remastering the film. I get that he's done with creepypasta. But I'll be honest, I don't think ending the Zombiverse with Age of Zalgo is really that good of an idea. Mainly because back in the day, Sean Norris pretty much hyped everyone up that, the Zombiverse, was going to lead up to the end game of creepypasta. Even in films like the Hoodie film, you had Hoodie say something like, I think he said something when he was in the void, trying to find a way out. He was like, Cook, I know we haven't always gotten on, but right now I could really use your help. And in the remaster, that I know we haven't always gotten along line is completely gone. And the problem with the remaster is that sometimes it's obvious when something is cut out. It doesn't really flow well, and you can kind of tell when a line has been cut out from the original film. With Age of Zalgo, a lot of stuff has to be cut out, to the point where the film is probably gonna feel rushed, and Zalgo's arrival will feel not earned and will feel completely rushed. That's the problem that I had with the original ending of Age of Zalgo, is that the fight with Zalgo felt very rushed, and with Age of Zalgo now being the conclusion of the Zombiverse, it's gonna feel even more rushed. And then there's Jane being killed off by Zalgo, which honestly I was never really a fan of, because now she'll never find her real family, because it was hinted in the Russian sleep experiment that she would go on a quest to find her real family, and now it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Like, even Sean Norris said that Jane's family was gonna be addressed in Jeffrey, which was like gonna be the proper conclusion of the Zombiverse. But now that's not even gonna happen. Now that Jeffrey's not even gonna happen. And look, I understand why Sean Norris doesn't want to do the creepypasta stuff anymore. He was young, and the creepypasta films weren't exactly very well written. Like, he was young, he didn't know what he was doing, and, the creepypasta stuff was just a fun experiment, I guess, to test what Sean could do with his filmmaking skills. What I think Sean Norris should have done if he was going to conclude the Zombiverse was end it with Into the Void, like it was originally intended. Like, yeah, he could still keep Zalgo in there, but I don't know, I feel like it could have been, it could have been better, because, Into the Void already had a conclusive ending in a way, so it would have been more bittersweet if Zombiverse had just ended there. Because honestly, Age of Zalgo left a lot of sequel bait out, and a lot of sequel bait. And now that's not even going to be built up upon. That's not even going to be addressed. And, yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't think ending the Zombiverse with Age of Zalgo was an inherently bad idea. Even Sean Norris said he was going to add a few new scenes that would, I guess, hopefully make it more conclusive. But I don't know how to feel about Age of Zalgo. To be honest, the Zombiverse already wasn't really that good, but it wasn't, it was a fun ride, and I'll be honest, Age of Zalgo isn't the worst film in the world. It's no Madam Web, but it just doesn't feel like a very good idea to end the Zombiverse with Age of Zalgo, especially if, 5 years ago, it was hyped up that the end game of creepypasta was gonna happen. At the end of the day, I do understand why Sean Norris doesn't want to do creepypasta films anymore. But I don't think ending the series with Age of Zalgo was such a great idea. But what do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And let me know if you agree with me or not. I'm Harry for the TV, remember, so you don't have to. At the end of the day, it's Sean Norris' choice. It's his choice. And there's nothing we can really do about it. So, we can either, hate watch Age of Zalgo and harass Sean Norris until he makes the Zalgo paradox. Please don't do that. Or we can just move on from the zombiverse and find much better content to watch and entertain ourselves with. That's all I have to say. I'm Harry for TV. Remember, you don't have to.